Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, it's Michael B. I've got some really cool news to share with you today. If you're excited about the Nintendo Switch 2, well, some recent leaks have shown us what the price will potentially be, as well as some of the launch games we can expect to see come out with the console. On top of that, AtGames is holding a big sale right now on the Legends 4KP, the Pinball 4K, but it doesn't really look like a sale, so we'll kind of explain that. And then last but not least, the iconic arcade here in Canada has now hit its lowest price ever, and it's definitely a must-buy at the new price. So that's right, guys. We got a ton of news to talk about today. Nintendo Switch 2 rumors are everywhere. I'm going to try to wrap it up in a nice little package for you. On top of that, AtGames are having a sale that's really confusing. And then, of course, the iconic arcade, the little multicade that could, is at a new low price here in Canada that you're not going to believe. But before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much for checking out the video, guys. I always appreciate the support. If this is your first time to the channel, you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notification, all that YouTube stuff. So, of course, ever since it's been officially announced, and realistically, even before it was officially announced, the internet has been going wild with rumors about the Nintendo Switch. You can tell from the interest, from the whole gaming community, this thing is going to be a huge success for Nintendo because people are just eating this stuff up. And somehow these leaks just keep coming out. We get more and more new information about the console. Recently, we've got a posting for a Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order that kind of confirms the price, and another posting has leaked some of the launch games that we can expect to see. So first up is the price point, and while many experts are predicting that it's going to be somewhere around $400 US, no one really knows exactly where the price is going to fall, but we may have our most significant idea thanks to an Italian website that is currently taking pre-orders on the Nintendo Switch 2. I want to give a huge shout out to The Shortcut for posting this article and highlighting it. So this Italian website here, Games and Movies IT, have a pre-order for the Nintendo Switch 2 right now for €364.99, which works out to about $380 US. So even though that says about $380, apparently these guys have a bit of a track record of offering pre-orders on games and coming in just a smidge under the MSRP, so people jump at the opportunity to kind of get them through there. I don't know how they do it or how it works. You would assume that they're taking a loss on it, but this is something they've, historically done. So if you want to take a little smidge of a discount off that €364.99 or $380 US, I say that fairly works out to the price point of about $400 that most people are anticipating. So this is a very good sign. We can expect the MSRP on the Nintendo Switch 2 to be right around $400. I know some other people were saying as much as $450, $500. I don't know. I would look at PlayStation and their very high price for the PlayStation Pro and how that's being received. It's a good indication. You don't want to amp up the price too much, especially for a system that a lot of hardcore gamers are going to jump right in and buy. But most of the people who bought the Switch was because it was family friendly and a little bit inexpensive. So I doubt they're going to move away from that model. Now, when it comes to games, we don't really have much information right now on what's coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. There's a possibility, of course, that the new Metroid Prime 4 is possibly going to be coming. The only game that we kind of have confirmed, thanks to this trailer, is a brand new Mario Kart release, Mario Kart 9. So we're all very excited about that, but we're also eagerly anticipating what other games are going to be available at launch. And thanks to even more leaks, we now have a new indication of what some of the launch games may be for the Nintendo Switch 2. A lot of these make a lot of sense. Of course, they already talked about a new 3D Mario. They talked about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which a lot of people were speculating this was going to be one of those cross-platform games available on the original Switch as well as the Switch 2. Of course, we also got the new Mario Kart, a Legend of Zelda remake remaster, which could be a lot, could be anything. Remake remaster is a completely open term for what that could be. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, which we assumed was also going to be cross-platform on the original Switch and the Switch 2, and Pokemon Legends A to Z. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense that would be the opening game lineup, and a very exciting and beneficial game lineup for Nintendo to launch the console with. What's probably the most interesting is the fact that they announced that there's going to be a new Legend of Zelda remake remaster. Now, people have been clamoring for a release of Wind Waker or Twilight Princess HD to show up on the Nintendo Switch. There's a lot of reason to believe that we may be potentially getting a remake remaster of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Also, they're talking about a new Smash Brothers game, and another leak is that we're getting Toon Link in that game that would make sense, that would tie in with a Wind Waker remake remaster. My guess is Wind Waker. Let me know what you think the Legend of Zelda remake remaster could be in the comments. I would love to see them do A Link to the Past, but I already think it's the perfect game, so don't do too much with that. So moving on now, guys, I want to switch gears and talk a little bit about AtGames. If you've been waiting to pick up an AtGames Legends Pinball 4K, waiting for that sale where those numbers made the most sense to you, AtGames have kind of told us the prices will never be as good as they were last year. A lot of people didn't believe them and said, yeah, right, we'll wait for the next sale. Well, the next sale is here, and it's really confusing. So let me try to explain this. So AtGames have now launched their New Year resolution AAF celebration sale. And this isn't your typical AtGames Legends Pinball 4K sale. This is all centered around the AtGames affordable financing. Now, you are going to see discount deals on certain things like PinballNet and their other memberships, but you're here for the big one, the actual AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. Now, you'll notice there's no real sale prices listed. It's just the per month price for the financing, and a lot of the program benefits are there. That's where the sale benefits come in, the $50 coupon off PinballNet and the $50 coupon off the arcade control panel. So they say there's a bunch of savings here, but it's a little hard to tell from what you see on the screen. So probably the best deal here, if you don't really care about what skin you get for your pinball table when it comes to the actual amount of savings you'll receive, is the AtGames Dinosaur Dynasty Legends Pinball 4K. You get $200 in savings there. You're getting the actual original machine, no advanced features locked behind a paywall or anything like that, plus the $200 in saving for $83.33 a month. Of course, with the AtGames affordable financing, you're going to be paying $500 up front as well as $100 shipping and handling, and then you're going to be paying $83.33 for about 12 months. So if you guys want to do the math on that really quickly, it's $83.33 times 12 equals plus 500 equals $1,499.96 plus an additional $100 shipping and handling. So basically, you're paying full price for the product. It's not really a sale price. The sale comes in when you talk about the $100 coupon off PinballNet, if you're looking to pick that up, and the $100 coupon off the arcade control panel. So it's a little confusing. It's not really a sale, but there's a benefit to the sale. It's like buy one, get additional features off. That's the way it kind of works. So in terms of a sale, this isn't it, but it's an opportunity to get the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K under their affordable financing program. So I wouldn't really so much call it as a sale as, I don't know what you call it, like a discount event or something like that. But yeah, it's a little bit confusing putting up what the bi-monthly payment is instead of putting up what the overall price is. No foul to them. I don't think that it was intentional. It's just really confusing. Now, while Iconic Arcade has become the new sweetheart in the home arcade community, seemingly doing what Arcade 1-Up didn't want to do by bringing us bigger cabinets with larger monitors, and in other games that we haven't really seen before with the Alpha Series Street Fighter, we've seen a ton, but they seem to be the new hotness or freshness. I don't know, I'm like a 44-year-old man, I don't know the new lingo the kids are saying, but they seem to be the new kid on the block and the new excitement in the home arcade space. But you hear that name, Iconic Arcade, it's almost impossible not to forget where they came from. And that would be the Iconic Arcade that is available only in Canada through GameStop. This has been one of those cabinets that I kind of made fun of when I first saw it. I think originally it was like $5.99 or $6.99 when I got to see it in store. I was a little underwhelmed by it. Obviously, the wood was very thin, doesn't have a light-up marquee. Obviously, the art was kind of ugly, and then it has a 21-inch, 16:9 screen, a lot of things that would throw me off. I didn't really understand where it fit in the whole home arcade ecosystem, what it was trying to do. The only really big selling point was that it was powered by a Raspberry Pi 4B. That was until they had a major price reduction a little while ago, and it jumped all the way down to $299. And I was like, you know what? For all its faults, I don't think you can get a cheaper multicade. I would advise you to go pick one up if you just want to multicade in your home. Turns out I was wrong. You can get a cheaper multicade, the Iconic Arcade, because the price kept on dropping. They're a little bit after Christmas, early January. It had an additional sale price all the way down to $249.99. And I looked at it and I said, maybe I'll pick it up if it hits $199. You know, thinking that they're probably all going to be sold out at $249 anyways. No, the price has now been reduced again. The actual arcade cabinet is all the way down to $199 now. So if I said it was a steal at $299, you best believe this thing is an absolute steal at $199. And that's not all. You may remember just before Christmas, I was pretty excited because they put their control panel up for sale for $49.99, which was a limited time sale. And I said, guys, I don't even know if you can buy a Raspberry Pi 4B for $50, let alone get one with a control panel and all that stuff together. Well, now it's been discounted again to $49.99. So if you missed out on that sale and you regret it, now's your time to get back in and grab that. You can either get an Iconic Arcade control panel for $50 with a Pi 5, or get the full arcade, like the cheapest pre-built you can ever get in your entire life. Doesn't even have to be modded, already has Raspberry Pi in it, for $200. Like, to me, these are just crazy prices. If you do not have a multicade in your home, you're going to want to take advantage of one of these deals. So anyways, guys, that's it. Just a quick Saturday news blast. A lot of really interesting stuff going on this weekend. New Nintendo Switch leaks that have me pretty intrigued, especially being a huge Legend of Zelda fan. I'm dying to know what game they're looking at doing now. I did say, when I saw a Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch, the remaster or remake they did of that game, I was cautiously optimistic about potentially one day seeing a NES Legend of Zelda remake, remaster, or a Link to the Past, which is my favorite game ever, remake, remaster. But remaster kind of scares me because I don't really want them to change anything. I think Link to the Past is a perfect game, so I don't want them to do too much with that. Me personally, I think it's going to be Wind Waker, but now I am very excited to see what's coming. On top of that, AtGames with a very confusing sale that, you're not really getting sale prices, but you're getting discounts when you pick up the pinball table through the AtGames affordable financing. It's really confusing, but it's 0% financing at full price, but your benefits are the discounts included with your purchases. And then last but not least, Iconic Arcade further reduces their prices. I've got a feeling we're not going to see many of these going forward. You'll never see this model in stores again. It looks like they've shifted gears now, doing the XXL arcades. So if you want a super cheap multicade, now's your chance to strike. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments down below what you think of all this stuff. Thank you once again for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.